Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my journey to sustainable health and meaningful success. And today I am doing my October health update. It's the first official health update that I'm doing, but since my life update where I kind of briefly touched on all of my health issues, I kind of want to start tracking my progress monthly to really be able to document the things that I'm doing to improve my life. So if you are a subscriber, welcome back. Y'all are awesome and it's good to see you again. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I think you should, because it'd be cool to have you. So I kind of mentioned in my life update that I already was diagnosed with PCOS when I started my Amway MLM cult. Did a whole series on that. But so PCOS, it's a hormone disorder, causes cysts on your ovaries and just a whole bunch of normal functions in your body to not be normal anymore. So it does make it harder to lose weight, but that's definitely not why or how I've gotten to the point where I'm at. It just is like an additional sucky factor of being obese is a lot of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. So anyway, there's that. And I also have eczema and allergies and asthma and alopecia, which was the newest one. But my bald spot that I had discovered in the summer has completely grown back. So here's hoping that I keep all my hair. There's really nothing I can do about it. It's an autoimmune thing. So lots of just health challenges. I am still really trying to figure out how to manage my asthma, but working on it. Since leaving Amway, I was finally able to go to all of the doctors that I really should have been seeing previously. So I got all of the blood tests and everything to make sure that I was just normal levels and everything was up to snuff. And miraculously, really the only thing that is a high level was my bad cholesterol. They're like, yeah, you need to lower that. But if you just lose weight, that'll probably naturally happen anyway. So yeah, there's all of that. So I am 352 pounds as of this morning. I did measure myself and I want to track this because even when you don't see scale losses, the number on the scale doesn't go down, I still could potentially be toning. Wouldn't that be refreshing? So my upper arm, actually, I'll just show you because I'm not about to get up and do the whole expose of my body, but this is my upper arm. It's quite a sight to see, really. I've had a problem with this for a really long time, actually. Let's be real. Even when I was in high school in volleyball, I would serve the volleyball, and I actually, one time I served the volleyball and my arm smacked myself in the face. That was it was funny, but also yikes, girl. Anyway. So yeah, 24 inches. That's about 2 inches larger than Marilyn Monroe's waist. Confirmed. Sorry, this isn't funny. I'm just incredibly uncomfortable, so whatever. Bust is 53 inches, waist is 56 inches, hips are 62 inches, so your girl is a pear shape for sure. Thigh is 35. Speaking in terms of Marilyn Monroe, 35 inches was the width of her hips. So one of my thighs is the width of, or the, circumference of Marilyn Monroe's whole entire hips. Anyway, and my calf is 25.5 inches. I think they stopped making wide calf like specialty boots at like 21 or 23 inches. So no fall riding boots for this girl. Not yet. Yeah, and as I said, 352 pounds. So very large. And if you want to calculate whatever my BMI is, because I am not about to right now, I'm 24 and I'm 5'5". So those are the stats. That's the starting line, and it only gets better from here. Nutritionally, I have thought about doing a lot of those kind of like, I don't want to call them fad diets because they really seem to work for a lot of people, but honestly, I have had binge eating disorder in the past. I gained like 100 pounds in 1 year, my sophomore year of college. So I really don't want to do anything super extreme as far as eating, like what I eat, but I do want to limit my calories. So, and that kind of naturally forces me to make healthier choices so that I don't starve by just eating like 1 pint of ice cream a day and then that's my calorie limit. So, I did calculate with like, if I were to aggressively lose weight, which really the most I want to lose is like 2 pounds per week, just so that I'm kind of more on a healthy rate of weight loss. I would need to eat around 1,900 calories with the level of activity that I do currently, which is nothing. So, yeah, that'll be my goal, at least for this month. We'll see if I make progress in my November health update. And then as far as exercise, I am going to be joining a gym because I love going to the gym, and being in the Amway MLM cult type business that I was in really ruined the gym for me, because then I had to go and talk to people and try to recruit them into my business. But honestly, I just really love that environment and being able to just, you know, get my sweat on. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. And the reason why I'm doing this in November is because if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have been donating plasma for the last 2 years. And plasma, like losing plasma like that often and all that, it really does become exhausting. So I kind of was miserable trying to work out or trying to find a routine when there were like 2 nights a week that I would feel like sick and exhausted. So I'm cutting that, and I'm making more time for myself to actually make healthier decisions and make a more healthy routine. So doing that. That's all physical health that I can think of for now, but let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about really anything in this video or what you would like to hear further. But that kind of brings me to my financial health, because I was donating plasma to keep up with my business expenses when I was in the Amway business. Seriously, if you haven't checked out that series, you probably should, because that's really fundamental to where I'm coming from in the start of all this. But yeah, so I was super broke and further in debt after being in the Amway business than when I first started. And I lost about $20,000 to that scam. So now I'm kind of getting back on my feet to the point where I don't have to donate plasma. And that's really exciting. And I've paid off about $1,200 of credit card debt since starting this YouTube channel. So that's exciting. And I have about $1,300 left. I also have a few $100s on a car that I crashed while I was in business. That was covered in a previous video. I totaled a car
but I still owe money on it. So yay me. I've been paying on a car that I have not been able to drive for 2 years. But I believe December or January at the latest will be my last payment on it. And I will be free from that mistake. So I think my goal is either by the end of 2019 or by the end of January 2020, I should be credit card and car note debt free. I'll still have student loans, but big milestone there. So, and then finally with my financial health, I am changing jobs. I'm starting a new job on Monday, so wish me luck. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm excited for the fresh start at least. I am really sad to be leaving my friends over at my old job, but that is just an opportunity to turn work friends into friends. That is what I keep telling myself, because moving on to social health, I had, by the time I left the Amway business, I had one friend and my immediate family. And those were really the only people outside of the business that I ever talked to. So, since leaving that, I've kind of opened up to more coworkers and actually started really building more friendships there. And that's been so life-giving. And I've also been able to just have more quality time with friends that I have always wanted to prioritize time with. But for the last few years have not been able to, or have chosen not to, unfortunately. So now I'm having more time for that. This is something that it's like, oh, well, anybody could do this. Anybody could just like catch up with friends at any time. But for me, I isolated myself really severely, and being able to take that time to spend time with people that I really love has also been like tremendously beneficial for my mental health, which is another area that I'm kind of trying to get back in order. I have been going to therapy now for the month of October, and we're increasing the frequency of visits because your girl just needs a little bit more, a little more help. I also do a lot of painting. If you follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of the things that I paint. And finally, my spiritual health. Still kind of a hot mess in that area. Probably not ready to go back to church in the foreseeable future. Yeah, still kind of a touchy subject, honestly. Yeah, still figuring that out. But, I was talking to a really good friend of mine the other day and describing to him the moment that I realized that what I was in was not just, a draining business as far as Amway, but what it was really a cult. And he said something that kind of jarred me, because he was like, part of me kind of like, I feel really terrible for you and for your circumstances. But to be honest, part of me kind of envies that moment where everything crumbles and you have to start over again. I don't know if I relate to the desire for those moments, but I definitely have experienced a lot of those moments recently. Because when you think about it, I didn't have time to get up on my feet after college before I was swept away by a cult. And I didn't have time to heal from leaving a cult before I jumped into a relationship that was terrible. And I didn't have time to even process that relationship before I, miscarried a baby. And even when I'm trying to get my bearing on that, I'm moving jobs and I'm quitting donating, and like all of my social circle has changed. Everything that I mean, in one day, I lost my entire social circle outside of just my friend and my friend, not friends, my friend and my family. I mean, in one day, I found out that I was pregnant and that I had miscarried. It all happens in one moment, one day, and then you just kind of have this time of like picking up the pieces and trying to figure it all out. And I've found myself asking myself, how did I even get here? How did I get to this point in my life where I was thousands of dollars in credit card debt and 200 pounds overweight, or 200 plus pounds overweight, and depressed as all get out, and just having all of these huge mountain type problems, and trying to figure out where to even start to begin to break that down. And how did I even get there in the first place? I mean, I honestly probably could turn it back to when I was 9 and started my first diet, because it was the first moment that I bought into this idea that something about me was wrong. And for, over like 15 years, I've been trying to fix myself when I don't really know if there was anything wrong with me in the first place, but yet I've been trying to fit into some sort of image, and trying to chase some sort of version of myself that isn't who I am. So I think I don't know exactly if this is a journey to fixing myself as much as it is a journey to finding myself. And I hope to find really genuine friends along the way. I hope to find God along the way. This is my own little version of eat, pray, love. I feel. Let's just be honest. So anyway, there you have it. That is my health update as of October 30th or 31st of 2019. Happy Halloween, everybody. And yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, and just appreciate the loveliness that is within you. Okay. Bye.